This is lot 785, a Wootton Bassett colt, which Star Thoroughbreds has just purchased for $425,000. This is the highest price that Star Thoroughbreds has ever paid for a yearling at any auction in Australia or New Zealand. So the fact that Denise was prepared to go to 425, I think speaks loads for the quality of this horse that we're looking at the moment. He's a beautiful colt. I think he's right up there with some of the best, Wootton Bassets I've seen in the last 2 years. Obviously, we know he's off to a great start here in Australia. Apart from all these deeds in Europe, but he's already well and truly. He's got some pretty smart colts going around for him. I think this colt's as good a type as we've seen here at the sales. Out of a Swiss Ace mare, he's actually done a really good job as a broodmare sire. So no, I have no dramas there. Second dam by Danehill. Well, obviously Danehill needs no introduction. He's been one of the best stallions we've seen in the world in the past sort of 20 or 30 years. The mother, a half sister to a Group 3 winner in Perth and a Group 2 placed horse. If you look at the family, one of the things I really liked about this family as well is that you look at some of the stallions that some of the stakes winners are out of, Weasel Claws, Con Artis, and then down the bottom, Savoir V. They're not particularly great stallions, yet this family has been able to upgrade these stallions and produce stakes-winning horses. And as many people would recognise, Wootton Bassett was also a stallion that started at a relatively low fee at stud in France, and he's now standing for something like, I think, 350,000 or the equivalent of stud fee over in Europe this year. So, and he started pretty much covering mares very similar to this mare, Pink Petals, and he's been able to sire Group 1 winners and Group 2 winners and a really high percentage of stakes winners. So don't be worried about the page. That's not it doesn't worry me, and it's never worried Wootton Bassett either. As I said, he's been able to produce a lot of good horses. They don't need to be pages with lots and lots of stakes winners, sexy stakes winners and Group 1 winners. He's been able to upgrade all his mares, and he's been just such a fabulous stallion, and we're now seeing what he can do here in Australia with the horses he's had to race so far. So but yeah, as I said, he's just a colt with a lot of size, lovely skies, lovely length, a good walk on him, a good hind quarter, good bone, just a good way about him as well. And yeah, I mean, he's right up there in the block hole. He's everything that you hope to get. Obviously, we've had to really stretch the budget to buy him, but I really think it'll be money well spent, because I can see this colt being to the forefront in next year's racing as a 2-year-old and 3-year-old. I think this colt's got a big future.